Hello, everybody. This is Gary Hines from the Gary Hines Consulting Group with another edition of the EVF Escape Velocity Formula. And today, I want to talk about something that a lot of people have been asking me about recently, and it's about COVID-19 and the pandemic, and basically how to stay relevant during COVID-19. So again, as I was, some folks have asked me about this, and should they focus on job searching right now? Should also, how can they keep their job if they're currently employed? With this continuing, never-ending pandemic that we are in right now in this country. So first, I'd like to say I think it is so critical, really critical, to keep moving and not to let this quarantine and lockdown keep you from dropping the ball. Believe it or not, people are getting hired, and companies are still doing a lot of that, even in this pandemic. So life is going on. So now is not the time to end a job search or to make any kind of adjustments. But you might want to think about how do you assure or you can keep your current position and avoid a layoff. So those are the two things that I kind of want to talk about. One of the best things right now is to make sure you're staying current. I think that's one of the key issues right now. Make sure you're staying current. What does that mean? Well, basically, it means that you need to be on top of changes happening in your industry. Anything that's going on right now, you should be aware of. What are the trends? What are the forecasts? How many companies have gone totally remote? And what does that look like? How are they handling that? Has production gone down or services changed because of the pandemic? You need to be on top of whatever it is your company does, your industry does, and see if you can foresee what's down the road. I mean, sometimes you can get this information from economists and other places out there in the public sphere that you can find out kind of what's going on. What new technologies are in play? How do you fit into this new world? So, again, one of the best ways is to make sure you're at the top of your game. When you lose a job or you're a job seeker, you want to make sure that you are, just, on top of it. You know everything that kind of is going on right now because you become valuable to an organization. Either as a job seeker or as an incumbent worker, you become invaluable to them. So, again, are you using the latest tools? For example, if you're an accountant, you may use QuickBooks, but are you using the latest version of QuickBooks? Or are you using Quicken? What is the tool that you're using right now? What's the standard in the industry? Where is the industry going? And if you're not using it, how do you get it? How do you start using it? Are your settings correct? Are people using the cloud for storage and Google Docs? A lot of people are moving away from the traditional Microsoft Office products. So again, if you're in this kind of environment, what are the things that are really up there that you're needing to be successful? These are the kind of things that keep you ahead of the game. Also, to keep you on top of, just basically on top of what's happening out in the world, in the industry. So, and you can even do this kind of thing. You can even find out this kind of thing on your LinkedIn profile. You can list that, you're familiar with this tool, X, Y, and Z. You've just taken a course in this particular software, and you have now a certification in it. You have a license in it. Whatever you may be doing to build up your skill set and background, you want to promote this. You want to have that out there. You want to have it on your resume, on your online profiles and pages. You want to have that stuff out there. And, you can also demonstrate that you are an expert in this field, by using these latest technologies. And when I say, projecting yourself as an expert or a subject matter expert, write a paper, write a white paper, write something, even if it's just a commentary or an editorial piece on your LinkedIn profile or in some group that you're in. This will keep you top of mind when people start thinking about, hey, this person kind of knows what's happening. Let me check in with them and see what they feel, how they feel about the industry and where it's going. So keeping yourself fresh and up to date is something that's really going to be critical in this changing world. It's it adds to your value. It adds organization to you. I mean, it adds value to your organization, and leadership. Will start to look at you as someone who knows what they're doing and knows what they're talking about. You might understand what to do on a Zoom meeting because you're in Zoom meetings now, but collaborating with others and trying to, letting them know the trends and things that are happening are some of the ways you can certainly stay relevant during this pandemic. Experts, if you become an expert, your industry is going to notice it. Your coworkers are going to notice it. When you start, even if you're just doing philosophy about where things could be going, people will look at you as sort of a thought leader, which is really critical. So I think all these things are critical to helping you stay above and beyond the fray and keeping keeping yourself out there. So staying current, whatever changes might be happening in your industry, whatever trends, forecasts, and keeping yourself aware of these things, and letting people know that you're aware of where things are right now. So I think those are some of the best keys right now for either job seekers in this COVID pandemic or either current workers who are, trying to avoid a layoff down the road. Make yourself valuable or invaluable to a company. Okay? So that's my lesson for today. We'll be back shortly with some other information to help you out. Thank you.